Hello everybody, and welcome to this week's energy update with me, Rebecca.meisl. Thank you so much for joining me and for tuning into this week's update. I'm so excited to go into what we have this week. We have quite a bit that channeled through, and I feel like I'm going to be reading a lot of what came through this week because everything was just so on point, and I cannot wait to share what's come through for us. So the first thing that we have is challenges and coming to resolution. So what really was coming through was we're going to be coming to conclusions this week. We're going to be releasing the need for more, for answers, for these sort of grasping energies, and we're moving into this energy of strength, empowerment, even as we shift through darkness. And what was really beautiful was this ending of these themes of endings and new beginnings. So what was really striking and very strongly coming through right away is that we might have been experiencing challenge. We might have been experiencing darkness this past week, and we've been really tested. And that's what I keep hearing is a lot of us have been going through hardship and we haven't been able to see the light. A lot of us have been feeling like giving up or giving in, or just really being tried by certain events and situations lately. And what is really becoming through is that we are going to be getting conclusions this week. We're going to be releasing the need to control things, and we're going to be able to really come through in this emboldenment, which is so beautiful. So what they're showing me right now is like a diamond, and that diamond is created from immense pressure. So once again, we might be feeling this huge amount of pressure, but we need to get that bigger perspective and recognize that we are being created. We are becoming the most empowered, most beautiful versions of ourselves through these experiences. So what was really beautiful and what channeled was endings and new beginnings. This cycle is now closed and complete. You no longer need its resistance. So maybe we've been noticing this theme of cycles. Maybe we've been noticing these themes of karmic ties, whatever this looks like for you. But we're really coming to this awareness this week of their purpose, why we've had these experiences, and we are closing off those chapters. We are ending those cycles. And what's so beautiful is we're getting this affirmed this week. We no longer need the resistance these challenges were giving us because we've learned the lessons. So what really came through was allow time to assess what has occurred. Take in the details and see that all you have accomplished and all that you have dreamed. It's time to make your dreams a reality. And what was so beautiful was they're showing me these grounded and strong and solid foundations for life. So we really are coming to this awareness as we close off these toxicities, as we close off these cycles that do not serve us. We're bringing in this entirely new vibration that is attracting and bringing in very rapidly, almost like the word I want to say is our reward. And I know that sounds like the wrong choice of words to use, but that's what it comes in as, is almost like, look at all that you've come through, and now you get to see the reward. You get to see the reward of choosing yourself. You get to see what happens when you raise your vibration, when you release what doesn't serve you, and you are now going to see how quickly and rapidly these new manifestations and dreams start appearing and building in your life. And these dreams are now going to be founded on a strong foundation, not one that's easily knocked over. You are truly choosing yourself, your belief systems, and that foundation where you are building from. So really take your time this week to see those blessings coming in and to allow yourself to really assess and break down what is it you've actually learned the past few weeks. What did you learn from Mercury retrograde? What did you learn from all of these patterns and cycles? How were they serving you in your life? And where are you ready now to tie those strings off and let them be, let them go? So remove further obstacles and anything that gets in your way. You are doing the right thing. You've faced your greatest shadows and you've won. Now it's time to learn what life is without the burden of this pain. Bring awareness to how this cycle was keeping you in suffering and doubt, keeping you small and insignificant. Change your ways now. It's time to grow. Okay, so this was what channeled, and it was absolutely stunning to feel the excitement I'm feeling, because what's coming through so much is this celebratory energy. It's like, look at you, look at you. You have faced your biggest shadow and you've won. So maybe this week we aren't feeling that yet. Maybe we haven't noticed how much we've actually triumphed this week through our shadows. And so many of us can get caught in that, right? We're in that energy of like doom and gloom because all we can see is the hurt that we've had to face, the shadows we've had to be in, those spaces. But they're like, no, look at you. You took your will and you made it so. You made it happen. You made yourself change and choose different. And you started to actually get that big picture and shift things in your favor to go, you know what? Okay, yeah, this really sucks. Yeah, I need to grieve what happened, or I need to experience what I need to feel right now throughout this change and these challenges. But I'm still going to choose myself, and I'm still going to choose the way ahead and continue to fight for what I know is meant to be mine. So they're really showing me this determination coming in and this celebration. What could your life be now after this cycle has come to an end and closed off? Allow yourself to go into that as well. So as you do a bit of this review of what you've done, it's like an accomplished. Now let yourself go into that next chapter and go, wow, what is my life going to be now? Without this cycle popping up anymore, without this resistance I constantly was met with, without this continual pain and suffering, what will happen next? So what is life without the burden of this pain, right? So it's like, how is that cycle keeping me small? How is that cycle keeping me in this state of victimhood in my life where I was never able to move forward? And really understand how that cycle was serving you and how you can now let it go. So I love it. It says, change your ways. It's time to grow. So really take that consciousness forward this week. Bring that awareness. How are you being called to heal these addictive behaviors? How are you being called to heal these cycles, these shifts that keep coming in your life? Like, what are those repetitive cycles? What are those specific things that keep replaying in your mind, those repetitive stories? Is it I'm not good enough? Is it I won't have money? Is it I'll never be successful? I'll always be a failure? Is it shame-based? Like, where are these cycles appearing in your life? How have they been showing up for you? And really get specific on that this next week so you can truly understand what you were healing and now letting go. So change those thinking, change those thought patterns. It's time to let yourself move into this new state of being. So what came through was balance. So this is how we can do that. Balance is key. So what channeled was support your divine feminine, nurture yourself, and let your soul sing every day. You need not to wait for happiness. See the bliss gifted to you now. So what's so beautiful is a lot of times when we're stuck in these self-sabotaging patterns or addictive behaviors or whatever this might be, these cycles that aren't supportive of us, they can really be damaging to our self-esteem. They can be really damaging in the sense of keeping us in a state of low, a state of darkness, of sadness, depression, whatever that is. And almost like life is happening against me here, not for me. But what was coming through is allowing yourself to now question those narratives and bring about more of the supportive energy. So what I love this was like, support your divine feminine. Nurture and love yourself and let yourself participate in joy every day, because even if we're going through these cycles of hardship, even if there's some lingering shadow that appears this week, to help you recognize it and let it be, when we're in those periods of sadness or lows, we need to really allow ourselves to find the balance. Like, okay, yeah, maybe things aren't going my way, maybe things aren't happening the way I wanted them to, but hey, I'm going to still look after myself. I'm still going to let myself have joy and recognize that life is always that balance of both. There's going to always be duality, the good and the bad. So how can I allow myself the good, right? Because a lot of times we get stuck in our bubble where it's like everything's doom and gloom, everything's going wrong. But it's like, no, how can we shift that and focus on the good that is available and find that balance even when it comes to our mindset this week? So what next channeled was remove the need for anything in your life. Detach and be in flow. Trust all is happening for you. Let go of control. So this was beautiful. So once again, we're learning this non-attachment mentality, which is really important, because a lot of times when we're manifesting, we can sometimes go wrong by becoming overly controlling in what things need to look like or how things need to be or what we specifically want or feel we need. And that just attaches us to that specific outcome or thing or person, whatever that might be. But what's really coming through is we need to let go of needing certain individuals, certain different things in life, or certain outcomes or dreams, because we need to have this awareness of flow and flexibility. And the moment we practice this non-attachment, it allows things to flow the way they're supposed to. So once again, if we keep going in this mentality of I need this, I need this, I need this, we can actually start detracting what we actually want. So when we get in that desperation, once we get into that I need this or I won't be happy, we're giving our power away. We're giving our power to that item, that person, that situation, or that thing. And we're not allowing ourselves to remain in our power, which feels and seems like and shows up as whatever happens, I am complete, I am whole, I am empowered. Whatever needs me is going to come to me. Whatever I need is going to come to me. I attract, I don't chase, right? So this big shift happening this week where we are empowering ourselves and we're detaching to outcomes or the certain need for situations or things to be the way we personally feel. So with this, we're really getting a big learning curve in our manifestation abilities, and we're really learning how to properly manifest things in a way that no longer hurts us or makes us take things personally. And this is really cool because sometimes we can take things personally when they don't show up the way we want, or if our dreams keep seeming far away from us, and we can take those things personally with the universe. It's like, well, universe, why? Why am I not getting what I want? Why are things not working out? Why are my dreams always a step out of reach? And it's like, well, when are we going to allow ourselves to be in the driver's seat and empower ourselves and go, okay, yes, I can want things. Yes, I can desire things, but I don't need them, right? And once we have that awareness that I am whole, I am complete, that's what's going to be affirmed. So what matches that vibration is going to come in, right? So really start moving forward in that mentality in these next steps of your manifestations. So what came through here was this nurturing energy. Nourish your body, okay? And bring balance to your nervous system. So some of us might have gone through a lot the past little bit, and maybe we're feeling fried. Maybe we're feeling drained. Maybe we're feeling stressed. Maybe there is that anxiety. So I'm really hearing, give your nervous system a break. Let yourself rest. Take what you need. So what was really being shown to me was eating nourishing soup and foods and things that really infuse your body with good vitamins and nutrients. So I was really seeing soup specifically. So if it's getting cooler around, I know it is here, it's like as that fall energy comes in, all I want to make and eat is soup. So let yourself really dip into that and create nourishing recipes for not only your body, but your soul. So next they showed me someone reading a good book, watching a movie with some popcorn, or doing things that just keep you in a state of being present and in a state of being. And this is so good for the nervous system, because a lot of us, when we're in our fight or flight, that's when we can really get into the needing part of that energy, that desperation. Like, I need to make sure I'm safe. I need to make sure everything's perfect. I need to protect myself. And so that's why we even need to go into the body this week about maintaining a sense of calm and maintaining a sense of gratitude and groundedness, where we are reaffirming we are safe. Everything we need is already provided. Everything we need to be already is. And we're letting go of what has to be or what things must look like. So what channeled was, let your vision take form, mold and shape as you go along. Patience is needed to create the masterpiece of your life. Enjoy every stroke of the brush. Enjoy every precious moment of life and every precious moment you have with your loved ones. Reinstate in your mind what is truly important. So this is going to be very nourishing for our souls and our bodies and our nervous systems this week, is focusing once again on what is truly important to us, bringing us back to those fundamentals. What helps you feel loved? What makes you feel good? And break it down to the simplicities, spending time with your loved ones, really comforting yourself, nourishing yourself in those even social aspects. So I'm really hearing we're letting go of this need to push or strive, and we're coming back to this grounded place of action, of nurturance, as well as self-love and care. And we're getting fed through these streams of energy every time we do that. That's what I keep seeing, is like when we take these actions, we're actually cultivating self-love. And as we spend time with our loved ones, they're nurturing us through that love energy. So I just keep hearing, surround yourself in love. Celebrate the love in your life. Celebrate what's important in your life, because all these things that sometimes we think we need, all the societal conditioning that we have within us, we need to let go of. We need to start seeing past these illusions that once I have this, I'll be happy, and go, hey, I can be happy right now, and really move into that direction. So a big theme of unconditional love this week, and what really came through was releasing imperfection. And this is so cool. It's like, you are perfect just as God made you. And we had a lot of Christ energy coming through here, and I thought this was so beautiful. So what came through was, embrace humanness and the pleasures of the flesh, for all have been given and created within you for joy. Release shame around yourself and your body. See where you are withholding good from yourself. Embrace every bend and curve with love. The more you are in love, the more your body and mind will respond. So this was really beautiful, because I feel really coming through this week with this shift in our perceptions and this real grounded action, this nurturing energy that's coming through very strongly. We're recognizing the beauty of ourselves. We're recognizing where we might have been withholding goodness from ourselves because of these skewed views that we're not good enough, that we're imperfect, that we're flawed, or we're not the way we should be. And we're letting go of these strong beliefs that have dictated our actions, our perceptions behind the scenes. And we're now going to start reinstating new beliefs that really are in alignment with the truth, which is, you are already perfect. You are perfectly imperfect. You are created this way. So why are you shaming yourself? Why are you shaming your body for natural things, for natural functions, for the way it appears. Why are you shaming that? And we're being asked to shift our perceptions of our body and of acceptance this week, and really coming to this awareness that we can choose unconditional love. So I love this so much. We're releasing a lot of shame this week. So from there, we are taking control of our true beliefs and programs and returning to love. So this week, we're being asked to look into that. What true beliefs do I have? What is my subconscious mind really doing behind the scenes? How can we see beyond the veil of what our ego says and sees to what is the actual truth? So this is really tricky because the ego is our fierce protector, but our subconscious mind can still be believing outdated beliefs behind the scenes. And that's why we're still manifesting perhaps negative outcomes or these similar cycles that we just can't seem to get out of no matter how hard we try, because our minds might very well be programmed to believe certain things. So one of those beliefs could be, I'm not good enough, right? So a real key way that they're suggesting to how to see past the ego and actually identify some of these subconscious beliefs we're still holding is seeing what's manifesting in your life currently. Or over the past few weeks, what has come forward for you in that? So what's really coming through was look to what is manifested in your life currently. What are the results? Where are there things that still hurt you? Could there be beliefs your subconscious is still enforcing in the background? Right? So we might logically know, hey, I know I'm enough. I know I deserve more. I deserve better. But could there still be a belief tucked away beneath the surface that says the opposite, right? What do our emotions say? How do we feel when certain situations come up, right? So we need to be very mindful this week of what true beliefs do we really have beneath the mind or the guise of the ego, and how can we really start identifying where we need to make shifts so we can reprogram, right? So we are learning to understand the way of life, the game of life, and we're learning to take risks. So we're learning to release control, we're learning to surrender and reinforce these new mindsets. So what came through was stay miracle-minded. Stay miracle-minded. Use daily affirmations. Practice gratitude. Start a gratitude journal, right? Other things that can help us reprogram. Hypnotherapy, energy work, right? All of these different things. Mirror work. What can we do to shift our perceptions? How can we start finding solutions to these old beliefs that no longer serve, right? So what came through is we must stop repeating the same stories to make a change. So if your belief that you identify as I'm not enough, well, we need to start saying affirmations that say and validate we are, right? How can we start consciously reaffirming, no, I am good enough? When those negative thoughts come in, no, I'm saying no to you right now because I deserve to feel differently about myself. I deserve to think differently about myself. So with this and this daily repetitive new belief systems, we are starting to reprogram. So it's beautiful. So we're understanding the way of life and we're learning to take those risks that we need to take, because sometimes it can feel like a risk when we start shifting things, when we start taking a chance on ourselves, when we start really stepping outside our comfort zone, because once again, our old beliefs are comfortable. We've only known them. So to start doing things outside of that comfort might feel unsafe, but we have to take those risks. We have to start sneaking out of what's familiar for us to truly make a change. So next was calculated losses. What are you willing to give up for your dream? And what was so neat was what channeled was, what are you willing to give up for your dream? Time, effort, resources, fear, doubt, insecurity? Isolate solutions and put them into practice each day. You will see results. Trust in the divine, and trust divine timing is at hand. So what was so interesting is sometimes we can really fixate on our dream, but do we really weigh what we're willing to let go of to get there? And sometimes what we don't calculate is our belief systems surrounding that dream. What we don't always calculate is the shifts in ourselves that need to happen to achieve the dream, to become the vibrational match to that dream. So what needs to shift? What solutions do we need to put into play? Sometimes we look at things so logically in the physical world, but we don't look at our energetics. We don't look at our emotional well-being. We don't factor those things in to that picture. So how can we start doing that? Do we need to let go of fear to achieve the dream? Do we need to put a conscious effort in to work through our triggers, to really work through what's really coming up for us? Do we need to get rid of doubt? Do we need to expel doubt that we can do it? Doubt in ourselves into belief of self? Do we need to transmute insecurity into confidence? Right? So what do we need to actually lose so we can gain what we're asking for? So interesting. And they said, once you actually work through these things and let them go, you will see results. It's promised. How amazing is this? So really trust in the divine. That's what's coming through. Let the universe bring these things to you. You just focus on yourself, focus on raising that vibration and letting go of what doesn't serve you. So what came through was, don't lose hope. The sun is coming out. You are fierce. You are powerful. You are more powerful than you could ever know. You now see the power you have to create and manifest your own reality. All right? How amazing is that? So it's like, keep your focus, let go of your fear. We are supporting you now. Do not compromise your faith. Stand strong. Increase your power by surrounding yourself with your army of soul family and spiritual team. This was so beautiful because it was reaffirming you are never alone. So even if you're going through struggle, trying to break these cycles right now, these patterns of self-sabotage, of hurt, or whatever that looks like right now, recognize you are never alone going through it. And to keep your faith strong, to keep asking for that help, to keep asking for your guides, your soul family to come in and be that support for you. And it's amazing what can start shifting and happening the more we reaffirm these new attitudes and new beliefs about ourselves and our life. So what was really being encouraged was to practice. Practice every day these new belief systems, these new attitudes, these new ways of being. And to know we are with you always. That's what channeled. We are with you always. And it was so beautiful. There was, all I could hear at this point was literal cheering and this massive applause and all of these bright, big smiles. It was like, we are so proud of you. We are so proud of you for being willing to challenge the narrative, to being willing to challenge yourself, to go for your dreams, to let go of what hurts you. Look at you. Look at you. You know, like, how amazing are you? So really keep holding on to that hope this week. Keep holding on to that truth that you are so powerful. You can let go of all of this that has stood in your way and to go for it. Go for your dreams. Go for this new reality that you are creating, and keep manifesting it by practicing these tools of non-attachment, of empowerment, and of complete positivity and faith. Keep putting in those daily actions, and you are going to be amazed at what starts happening for you. So absolutely amazing. Now, I was told I needed to read this little passage, and I'm going to read it to you guys. This one is the Louise Hay book, Heart Thoughts, and I love this one. I feel like this is going to be so helpful for us. So this comes from the title, I Am Willing to Change and Grow. You are willing to learn new things because you do not know it all. You are willing to drop old concepts when they no longer work for you. You are willing to see solutions about yourself and say, I do not want to do that anymore. You know you can become more of who you are, not a better person, because that implies that you are not good enough, but you can become more of who you are. Growing and changing is exciting, even if you have to look at some painful things within yourself in order to do so. When we are ready to make positive changes in our lives, we attract whatever we need to help us. How amazing is this? So allow yourself to be willing to change this week. Let yourself consciously choose every day what you're going to believe now, what life you are going to live now, and let go of what hurts you, of what no longer deserves you, my friends. So that is all I have for us this week. I really hope you enjoyed this reading, and if you did, let me know below. I'd love to hear your comments and your thoughts. Sending you all so much love and light. One last little note I'd like to share is I still have some slots available for my 3-day sale that's coming up this next week. So if this calls to you, please let me know. I have my deep healing sessions, $75 off. So if you're feeling called to do a little healing work, to have some support and hear from your spirit team, please reach out and book your slot. Sending lots of love and light, my friends. Bye.